everybody was dancing in those days. That had ballrooms. You had two of them, two big, three, and if you, the one on 15th Street, and then there was another one up there where the blacks used. But everybody was dancing then. This was after World War I, and people were happy that the war was over. And music has a gathering quality, and a lot of people just go to a concert just to hear music. But now when you can go and listen and act to it, that's something else. And it broadened the dance business. You had the Pramo here, and it had the Auditorium, it had 15th and Paseo, always busy. And that's that's what I could see, in having been in the music business since the early days, 1920. There was 5 cents or 10 cents a dance. There would be girls sitting like that, on the side, you know, and a guy would come and ask them to dance, and then he'd go and he'd give his tickets, you know, and he'd go through the gate, you know, there's 5 cents a dance or 10 cents a dance, see. And that was very, very popular, and also upbuilding to the listening ear of people, you know, for music.
They danced together, and with the rhythm and the finesse of knowing how to dance with each other. And if you hit that floor, people, a lot of times, you could draw attention. I've seen people I know my age, and I'm 80 right now, that were good dancers. I mean, they were, you know, it was something to look at.
Tell them about the caller they had.
Huh?
Tell them about the caller.
Well, now that was in George Lee, yeah. They were called, if you're going to do a waltz and three-step, or you would do, let's see,
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot. Yeah, the guy go around on the stand and put up what they were going to play next. Yeah, you know, what you're dancing to.
That was the dance agenda.
Yeah, that was the dance in general. And it was so much atmosphere.
You wouldn't come out unless you had a suit, a hat, and a pair of shoes with white stitches on them.
Oh,
see, I mean, and they would shine, you know. And if you didn't have that, well, you wouldn't come out. That was that was some of the greatest memories. I mean, just to stand and look and to know, and you know, and you was amongst all of those youngsters, and see, we all like to dance. I never will forget it. It was some smooth dancers in. I could dance in myself. Not bragging, but I could hold my own.
Well, it had a great effect on the music. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons Kansas City had a different effect from Chicago is because there were more places later in the history of the music to dance in. I mean, there were dance halls, there were places where people went socially to dance. Even some of the nightclubs in those days were larger and provided a place for people to dance. When clubs, as you went east, were getting smaller and smaller, and people were concentrating more on listening than participating in as dancers. So dance had a great deal to do with the rhythmic feeling of the music that was created in this area.